Hey, happy Friday, everybody. You made it to another Friday, and I hope that this Friday is fantastic for you because you are amazing. I'm driving to work this morning and laughing to myself as I reminisce. I came across the other day, a couple of days ago, a picture of my dad. And I've told this story before about how we went when I was about 12 years old. My dad was like, hey, listen, let's go on a bike ride. And so we planned a trip, and we took an 80-mile bike ride, or we started an 80-mile bike ride from our house to Utica. We made it to like Cherry Valley before my dad got tired. And part of the reason he got tired, because he's not a guy that I ever known to be tired, is because he was a dialysis patient. And he had, from the time I was little, about 2 years old, his kidneys failed, and no idea why. Wasn't a drinker, wasn't a smoker, none of that stuff. Pretty healthy living kind of guy. His kidneys just said no mas. And so he went through transplants and peritoneal dialysis and hemodialysis and was on dialysis for 2 decades plus, and before he passed. But at this particular time, my dad was on peritoneal dialysis, and when we were taking our bike trip, and though, for those of you that know what peritoneal dialysis is, they run it cleans your blood like your kidneys are supposed to. You run a tube in surgically into your peritoneal cavity. You take this IV bag full of whatever it is, like sugar water or whatever, and you change it 4 times a day. So you hang it up, it empties into your peritoneal cavity, you leave it in there 4 or 5 hours, you lower it, and it comes out yellow like urine. So it's doing the job that your kidneys would do. So you don't pee, but your toxins come out, not as well as your body does it, but into this dialysis bag. And so we're riding our bike, and you're supposed to change your dialysis bag in a completely sterile environment. And my dad, he was not a good follower of that direction, and so he would change it wherever he was. He would try the best he could to be somewhere sterile, and when you live in a house with 7 kids, it's not sterile. And he would change it at work. He was a teacher in Bethlehem. He would change his bag at work. And this particular bike ride, he had to change his bag, and he changed it. I found a picture of him on the side of Route 5S on our bike ride to Utica, changing his bag. He's sitting on the guardrail, had his bag lowered on the ground. But the funny part of the story is my dad had a surgical mask on, and when he would change it at home in different places, the instructions were to put a surgical mask on like the ones everyone's wearing today. Now let me say this is not a commentary on anything that is happening today. It's not about the masks that we wear, whether they're effective or not, and your opinion about that, I really don't care about it. It's yours, and you get to hold it, and I'm okay about that. Whatever your opinion is on that, on mask or no mask, you get to hold those, because that's the freedom we have to live in this country. And but I just was hilarious to me. My dad was a brilliant thinker of a human being, and here he is sitting on the side of the road with changing his dialysis bag, but had his mask on. And I'm thinking to myself the other day as I saw it, what sense does it make to have a mask on to protect what's going what little tiny toxins may be coming out of your mouth when you have your bag literally laying in the gravel on the side of Route 5S. And I just thought it was hilarious to me, and it was just a reminder that sometimes in life, even though most of us are bright, rationally thinking people, we have habits and things that we do that are a part of our regular makeup and our regular routine that make no sense and are helpful not at all. And if we can recognize them, we can kind of like my dad's mask, kind of take that mask off, because it's not helping him sitting on the side of the road, and might as well breathe clean air while you're changing your bag in the gravel. But we all have these little processes and habits that aren't really helpful to us, and we should, if we have the opportunity to recognize them and remove them, and in a lot of those little areas, we'll free ourselves up to live a more sensible life. So I hope that helps you. I hope that brings a little levity to your Friday. Get out there today, folks. Get in yards and all you do, and please take care of your mindset. I love you. Peace.